Aunt Alice built a house, and they moved Big Mama and Grandpa's house in the field, back where the chickens used to be. So when Big Mama and Grandpa, when Big Mama would go to the porch, she would point and say, "That's my house," because she was not accustomed to the new house that Aunt Alice built. But Aunt Alice lived with Big Mama and Grandpa for a while. The church that we passed is the church that we used to go to with Grandpa. Grandpa would go, we would go to church and daily vacation Bible school. And by the way, I wrote my memories of Yoakum, Texas, and I have a copy for everyone, but I didn't know when it would be a good time to give it to you. But I'm telling you some of it now, but it's about a page and a half long about my experiences. And I hope you read it because I'll give it to you. And if you read it, even at home, since you have passed by here, you'll know what I'm talking about. The other thing, if I'm going on too long, just let me know.
No, that's all right.
We have to walk to town. There was no transportation. We go to the mailbox twice a day, and we passed that ice cream parlor that I was asking her if it was there anymore. But, and we would, Big Mom and Grandpa had a sign on the front of the porch because the iceman would come by. We had an ice box, no refrigerator, and we would buy the ice. And I just looked over here at my cousin Gurney. Sometimes the aunts and uncles would come and bring the children. There he is. And so we would overlap. And that's why we learned Jeannie when she would come. She didn't come that often. But any of the cousins, it would overlap, and we would sleep on the floor because pallet, you know what a pallet is? Yes. Because there wasn't enough beds. So anyway, one day, I'm going to tell this story and then I'm going to sit down. When Gurney and Aunt Curtis, probably Bobby Jean, I don't know, if Joel, and we would play running around the house. And at that time, you could look under the house because there was no foundation like it is today. And you could see from the front to the back. So Gurney runs around and he has some corn in his hand. An ear of corn. And he'd always, I don't know why he beat me up, but he always fighting me. And he took that piece of corn and hit me in the stomach. I never will forget it. But I love him. I love him anyway. But anyway.
Lorraine is showing me.
What, Lorraine? I mean, Lorenza?
Where was the old house?
Where was the old house?
Right on this side.
It was probably right where that car is. You see where that car is?
Right where the pickup truck.
It was just one house, right?
One little old house.
Just one house, right?
What?
No, we just said just one house
Oh,
on this whole piece of property.
The old house was probably where that car is. And that's when Big Mama would look and say, "That's my house." But anyway, this has been wonderful. And while I'm standing up here, I want to thank Patrick, wherever he is. He wrote this booklet with all of the history, and I read most of it last night. And it is outstanding.
Actually, Jeannie wrote the history.
So,
I just put the book together. Jeannie wrote the history.
the genealogy there.
Oh.
Anyway, it was put together really, really good. So we want to thank him for that. She said Jeannie did the history, and there were more people involved. I don't want to leave anybody out, but I'm not sure who all did it. But we got it at Patrick's house. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope you read my memories of Yoakum, because they're just precious, and they still are. I guess you can tell now. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carol.